Woman sees homeless man every day. He hands her a piece of paper that unveils his true identity. For 35 years, an old homeless man spent his days writing beautiful poems and short stories. Unseen by the world around him, The Conditioned is a critically acclaimed documentary that follows the remarkable journey of the 70-something Brazilian poet and philosopher. Day after day, Raimundo Arruda Sobrinho sat outside in his makeshift shelter, writing. He dreamt of the day his words would be published, let alone read by someone else. But then in spring of 2011, Raimundo's life changed forever when he was befriended by a woman named Shala. Shala couldn't help but notice Raimundo was never without his pen and pencil, scribbling away on his small scraps of paper. One day, Raimundo gave Shala one of his poems. She was so struck by the man's unbelievable writing that she created a Facebook page and shared his work with the world. Neither Shala nor Raimundo ever expected what came next. Once his poetry and stories were brought to light, someone unexpected emerged from the shadows. Raimundo Arruda Sobrinho was a 77-year-old Brazilian poet and philosopher. Raimundo became homeless in the late 70s. He spent the next 35 years writing poems and stories on the streets. But his beautiful work remained unknown to the world around him. Raimundo sat and wrote in the same spot outside every single day. To the locals who walked by, he was simply a dirty, unkempt, unworthy old man. But Raimundo never stopped writing, or dreaming of the day his work would be published. In 2011, a young woman named Shala Montero befriended the elderly homeless man. She'd stopped to talk with him on a daily basis, until Raimundo felt comfortable enough to give her one of his poems. Shala was blown away by the poetry, so much so that she created a Facebook page to feature Raimundo's poems and stories. As soon as Raimundo's work hit the internet, he was received with an outpouring of support. Locals sought him out, brought him gifts and offered him words of praise. His Facebook page grew with over 100,000 followers. Out of Raimundo's newfound notoriety emerged one very unexpected person, his long-lost brother. After connecting via Facebook, his brother asked Raimundo to live with him. Raimundo not only cleaned himself up for the first time in 35 years, but he now had a home and was loved. He and Shala remain best friends to this day. Raimundo is now working on publishing his poetry.